Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You are not audible, so I thought like you are.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah. Am I now audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Good afternoon and welcome to this class on machine learning for Earth System Sciences. So I am the main instructor and this is my mail ID, as most of you know anyway. And this is a 300 class, which means there will be 3 hours of lecture per week. And the lecture timings are Monday 2 to 3 p.m. and Tuesdays 4 to 6 p.m. And the classes will be in online mode for the time being. The lectures will be held in this MS Team platform itself. So all of you are required to uh, attend the class meetings, which will be scheduled beforehand. And in case any day, in case if you see a meeting has not been scheduled, please do not start a new meeting by yourself. You just drop me a mail saying that the meet, or just ping me in the MS Teams, reminding me to schedule the meetings. So uh, yeah, and all the meetings will be recorded. And like, as some of you pointed out, that some of you may have trouble listening to the lectures during the class hours. So for the benefit of everyone, the lecture recordings will be uh, like made available. All the notes and slides will also be made available under this folder. So as most of you, as I'm sure most of you are familiar with this system now. So under the file section, there is this class materials. So under the class materials, all the PDF files, etc., will be shared. And yeah, so although I am going to be the main instructor, there will also be guest lectures by other faculty members on specific topics. So this is supposed to be an interdisciplinary class. So there will be class like we will have lectures on topics which are related to statistics, machine learning, data mining, and also are related to various domains. So from the domains we will have guest lectures. The evaluation scheme will be as follows. So there will be three assignments. That is like 30% of the weightage will come from these three assignments. There will be like January, February, and March. 1 month, there will be one assignment each. In February, there will be one test with which I will have about 25% of the weightage. Then the students will be required to give a seminar, and this seminar will be 20%. So the seminar, for the seminar, I will specify a set of topics. So every student can either choose from one of those topics, or they can come up with their own topics also, provided they are related to this class. So like when the time comes, I will share a sheet with everyone. So you can either choose some of the topics that will be circulated beforehand, or in that sheet you can like you can specify your the topic of your own choice. And in case I find that someone's topic is not very suitable, I will inform them to change their topics accordingly. So this will be this student seminar, this is to be done individually by all the students. So everyone will this will not be done live. Every student will be required to record a seminar, like it will be about 20-minute video. And the recording is to be shared, uh, and we will evaluate on the basis of that recorded video. Apart from that, there will be one mini project which will be done in the March April period. So like approximately 1.5 to 2 months will be given for this mini project. So this is to be done in groups of 3 or 4 students. So the group formation can start in like in the second half of April. Once again, a set of project topics will be given. So either you can choose from those topics, or you can choose your own topic, like, which of course you will consult with me whether it is suitable or not. And finally, there will be another component called lecture scribing, which is 5%. So at the end of every lecture, like 3 or 4 students, a small group of students, maybe 2 to 3 or maybe 4, will be assigned the task of preparing a lecture note based on what was covered in class. So like you'll have to write it properly in LaTeX format. You should not just limit yourself to what was discussed in class, but study a bit more and make it and write it in a like in a very properly organized way, and you'll get 2 weeks of time for this purpose. So this scribing will be worth 5%. So the weightages of these may change a little bit later according to situations that might arise. Say for example, instead of 3 assignments, we may come down to make it 2 assignments, and maybe towards the end we can have one short test instead. So something like that may be done like as and when needed. Yeah, so so the seminar and the project, you can say, are like the most important parts of this subject. So please do these seriously. And so regarding the background, the students are expected to have a working knowledge of machine learning and deep learning. It is okay if you have not done a subject related to either machine learning or deep learning, but at least a working knowledge is expected. And also the students need to be comfortable with probability and statistics. Linear algebra, yeah, I mean, having being comfortable with linear algebra will be useful but not that much important, but probability and statistics is definitely more important. And you are also required to have the general interest in at least one of the following domains of earth sciences. I mean, okay, I mean, not necessarily only these four, but if you have interest in some other domain of earth sciences, that's also fine. But if you do not have any interest in any domain of earth science, then this course may not be of much benefit to you. And the general timeline of the class will be as follows. So as I said, from next Monday we will start the lectures. So it will be as follows. So initially we will do a recap of basic probability and probabilistic models. Then we will talk about parameter estimation and machine learning. So this is to be done in the first 2 weeks. After that, we will discuss spatial and temporal statistics and data mining. This will go on till roughly the middle of February. Then towards the end of February, we will have a deep learning primer for earth sciences, which means we will like maybe over 2 classes, we will introduce you to the deep learning models which may be relevant to this class, not in great details, but just the overview. And after that, from March onwards, March and April, we will focus on the specific topics. So we will initially the tentative plan is that we will initially look into remote sensing, how ML and DL can be is applied for problems in remote sensing, and after that for climate modeling, for climate forecasting, and finally for earth system models. So while this part will start from March, and while this part is going on, at that same time you are expected to start your projects also. So in the last week of by the last week of February, you should have chosen your seminar and project topics. Before that, I will give out a list of the possible topics, and from March onwards you should start this thing. Yeah. And as I said, every lecture I will designate like 2 or 3 students to prepare the scribe notes, and this scribing will be about 5% of the evaluation. Okay, so basically that's all. So please, you can ask any questions if you have. Any doubts? No doubts?
Sir, can you please clarify what we have to do in the seminar?
In the seminar, we will like you will first choose a topic, as I said, either from a list given by me uh, or your own topic. So you will read up research papers or like any other read up material from books or any other online resources. Prepare a presentation which is like maybe about 20 minutes or so, and then deliver the presentation, record it in your laptop, and then share the recorded video on YouTube or any other channel. So in the like in that video you are expected to discuss suppose you are your seminar topic is something like prediction of monsoon rainfall. So in that case you are expected to first discuss the problem, tell what are its main challenges, why it's a difficult problem, and after that either give a general survey of the different approaches which people use, or take one research or one or two research papers and discuss them in a bit detail. Either way is fine.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Anything else? Anything else?
Sir, is there any previous course that is needed, like before doing this?
As I said, you are expected to be generally familiar with machine learning and deep learning, probabilistic models, etc. But so I guess among the list of prerequisites, it was written machine learning foundation and applications, or the machine learning course which is offered by computer science department. So that's the official prerequisite. But generally, it's fine if you have a working knowledge of machine learning.
So will there be any coding assignments as well?
The assignments which will be given, as I mentioned, there will be 3 assignments. So those assignments may involve a small amount of coding. So basically the assignments will probably be something like either a small data set will be you given where you will on which you will have to implement, like either you will have to do some kind of analysis on the data set, or you may in some assignments you may yourself be required to generate some data set. So that will require like coding in Python or MATLAB, whatever you are familiar with. Anything else? Okay, if there are no other doubts, we'll close this session today. And as I mentioned already, the classes will start from Monday 2 p.m.